Seattle fans are feeling the way Vikings fans felt on Monday night. They let one get away. At least for Seattle, their offense looked terrific.
Yeah, Gino looked back after a few kind of rough games.
And then, with Kenneth Walker out, Zach Charbonnet looked terrific, and then he left the game. He was doubtful at one point to return.
Yeah, was it a rib?
And he was banged up. But DK Metcalf looked superb. Like the DK that can change a game and can wreck a game. And Bobby Wagner was hitting people all over the lot. And, you look at the NFC playoffs with the loss, though. Seattle is fallen, and they better get up soon. And unfortunately for them, there's two teams right behind them that can win games this week. I guess you could say three. The Packers have a huge game against the Chiefs. That is just as monumental as they come. Because if they can beat the Chiefs and show that they are 100% prepared to beat elite teams in both conferences on back-to-back weekends, I mean, you could even throw the Chargers in there. If they could go Chargers, Lions, Chiefs to get to 500, that would show they're one of those 7 seeds. Packers at 49ers, you know what I mean? Love versus Purdy.
Yeah, that's fun.
Super wild card weekend. But let's not get ahead of ourselves. The Rams have a game against the Cleveland Browns this weekend, and it could be Joe Flacco. And then the Saints have a Lions game this weekend. That is big, big, big for all of those 5 and 6 teams, and the door is open. Just a couple of weeks ago, the Vikings were 2 games, and the Seahawks were 2 games in front of the Packers and Rams and Saints with some room to spare, and now they are not. And Seattle last night, I mean, those 4th down moments, they just couldn't get it done. And one of them, Charbonnet stopped on 4th down. The latest example. How do NFL teams not all have a shove play? You saw it. You see it all the time. All these 4th and 1 plays, and they all come out in traditional sort of, some of them not even without a fullback. And they're stopped on 4th and short. I mean, last night, a perfect example right there. You needed 1st down. You could get it and move on. I mean, that Tyler Lockett drop, too, earlier in the game was an absolute crusher because they bogged down on a drive instead of them getting a touchdown. So those little mistakes, and then had somehow, I guess Geno's not the same size as Hurts. The offensive lines are different. I don't want to get too bogged down as well myself on the fact that so many teams don't have a brotherly shove play. But the last decision for Seattle, I mean, how do you, when DK's gone, just to completely second guess, my apologies here to Seattle, but how do you, when DK's going off like this, and Deron Bland, despite the interception that he came up with, looked like a 5th-round pick more last night than a guy who's had 5 pick sixes. I mean, that's a fact. And you've got him, DK, going off. And Kenneth Walker out and Charbonnet out. You go with a play that requires DJ Dallas to go from the left of Geno Smith, get out in the right flat as fast as possible, and hope that Geno can loop the ball to a, we assume would be wide open DJ Dallas, because you are allowing the right side of the pass rush to get through. And the right side of the pass rush you're allowing to get through untouched and unblocked purposefully is Micah Parsons. How do you go, like, okay, what's our best option here? On the sideline, DK's going off. They must have a ton of plays for short yardage situations. Let's go with the one where Micah Parsons is unblocked and Tank Lawrence is next to him, and that's the trash DJ Dallas, our 3rd string guy, is going to have to get through. Now, again, I'm assuming Pete's just letting Shane Waldron call his plays. And again, the guy was dialing it up last night in many different ways. I'm left completely scratching my head. Catch the Rich Eisen Show every single day on the Roku channel, 12 to 3 Eastern, for free.